Imagine if you treated everything as an experiment. Imagine if you treated everything as something you're just testing out. And you decided that whatever it is that you're doing, this is your lab. And everything's just an experiment. You're just trying it out to see what happens. That's how I do a lot of things. That's how I started my book series. It was the one chapter book series that I wrote when entrepreneurs were asking me to write books about using the mindset for success, using the law of attraction, using these tools, these mind tools that I use. How do I apply them to business? How did I apply them to creating my career and to becoming successful? So I started writing these books, and they were an experiment of writing just a book that's only one chapter long, but it's a book, and it has different aspects in the book. So the chapter has layers to it, and it's pretty thick book, but it was an experiment. I didn't know if that would really work or if it wouldn't, if people would really resonate with it or not. But I treated it as an experiment. I treated it as life is my lab. And so I would do that with Instagram. When I would make Instagram posts and videos, everything was an experiment. I was just trying it out to see what would happen. Would this resonate with people? Would they like it? Would they think it's cool, powerful, fun? Would it resonate? When you do things in this way, what you'll find is you're not worrying about perfection. You're not worrying about the presentation when you start. You're just trying it out. And as you try it out and you get feedback and you see what's working, then you start to fine tune it. And then as you fine tune it, you start to look at, okay, now I think this is a craft. How do I dive into this craft? How do I become better at it? How do I go from good to great, from great to excellent? But it only can transpire in that way if you treat everything at first as an experiment. Just try it out. What if you did that? What if you tried it out just to see what the results would be like and if it really resonates with people or not? Before you put all kinds of effort into it and work on building it on the back end. Like some people, they'll build the website first and they'll go in and start creating all these programs and creating all these offers before they know if anybody even resonates with what they're doing. And sometimes what you'll find is people will resonate with you, but not necessarily with what you're actually promoting. There'll be something else they'll want from you. Like when I was first writing books, I was writing books with my mom. And then people were coming up to me and saying, but we'd like to read books about how to use this stuff in business. And that's how the one chapter books came to life. Because they were telling me what they wanted from me. It wasn't necessarily what I thought they wanted. I thought they just wanted to learn about mindset to be able to empower yourself. But they wanted to actually know how to use it in business. Because I was using it in business and in personal empowerment. But it wouldn't have got to that if I didn't start writing the initial books with my mom. And even those started out as an experiment. Also, my YouTube journey. I was doing YouTube in a way that I thought this is what's going to resonate with people. And I was basically putting the cart before the horse. And then when I finally stepped back and said, what, it's going okay, but not great, I decided, let's experiment. Let's start putting out lots of content. Instead of just doing one video a week and then hoping that it resonates, let's do multiple videos a week. And let's really start diving into the thumbnails and diving into the descriptions and looking at the SEO. Let's see what happens when I start to really dive into it, instead of it just being a thing that I do just because, to really have a purpose. But the experiment is the different types of content that I'm doing, the different ways that I'm delivering information, that I'm delivering insight, and see what really sticks, what really works. And as you experiment, and so YouTube became my lab. As I'm testing things in my lab and seeing what's resonating and what's not resonating, and why things are performing better than others, and what days they perform better, and what times, and everything's an experiment and a test just to see what's going to happen. And the end result that I have in my mind is for it to grow and to become very successful. But I don't know if that's going to happen exactly the way that I'm planning, or if because I start this process, it's going to lead to something else. That's the experiment. And I'm not worried about the result right now. I am fine-tuning the result, so I'm starting to get a better feel for how it's going, but I'm still in the experimental stage. And so in my mind, this is a 3-month process. 3-month process of really putting out content, fine-tuning the content, and seeing what's going to happen with it, where it's going to go, what it's going to develop into. And I'm okay with it becoming whatever it's going to become. I'm okay with if at some point I'm pushed to do real podcasts, not just these small video clips, but an actual 20-minute, 30-minute podcast. It's not something I want to do, but I'm open to doing it if the demand is there, if that's the journey that it takes. But I'm also okay with just doing videos and just putting out videos and helping people with, learning about the mindset for success and how to use it in your life and how to be able to move in the direction of your dreams. But like I said, everything's an experiment. I don't know how it's going to end. I don't know where this is going to take me. I just know it's going to take me somewhere. It's going to take me somewhere farther than where I started. So what if you looked at everything as an experiment? What if you looked at everything as just possibilities? Hey, what if I did this? What would happen? What if I did that? What would happen? What if you start thinking like that in your daily life, thinking about everything you're doing in that context? What would happen? So that's what I wanted to share with you today. Make sure you subscribe to this channel, like this video, leave a comment, let me know what you're thinking and your feedback on the content that I'm putting out there. Does this resonate with you? What is it you want to learn more about? Keep watching these videos. I'm putting out a lot of videos to help you with the mindset for success so you can move forward in the direction of your dreams. So that's what I wanted to share with you on this one. And until next time, you heard?